The end of the book, I got like a special edition, I guess, this book, this version of it. At the end, it includes kind of his second, C.S. Lewis kind of wrote kind of a part two, a short part two to the Screw Tape Letters that basically is just Screw Tape proposing a toast. He's like proposing a toast at some meeting of all these demons at a college or something. It's like a special edition ending chapter. I think it was originally a separate book. It's called Screw Tape Proposes a Toast. And I just wanted to read this little part from the middle of it that's just pretty profound. You are to use the word democracy purely as an incantation, if you like, purely for its selling power. It is a name they venerate, and of course it is connected with the political ideal that men should be equally treated. You then make a stealthy transition in their minds from this political ideal to a factual belief that all men are equal, especially the man you are working to tempt. As a result, you can use the word democracy to sanction in his thought the most degrading of all human feelings. You can get him to practice not only without shame, but with a positive glow of self-approval, conduct which, if undefended by the magic word, would be universally derided. The feeling I mean is, of course, that which prompts a man to say, I am as good as you. The first and most obvious advantage is that you thus induce him to enthrone at the center of his life a good, solid, resounding lie. I don't mean merely that his statement is false, in fact, that he is no more equal to everyone he meets in kindness, honesty, and good sense than in height or waist measurement. I mean that he does not believe it himself. No man who says, I am as good as you, believes it. He would not say it if he did. The claim to equality outside the strictly political field is made only by those who feel themselves in some way inferior. What it expresses is precisely the itching, smarting, writhing awareness of an inferiority which the patient refuses to accept and therefore resents. I want to fix your attention on the vast overall movement towards the discrediting and finally the elimination of every kind of human excellence, moral, cultural, social, or intellectual. And is it not pretty to notice how democracy is now doing for us the work that was once done by the most ancient dictatorships, and by the same methods? Allow no preeminence among your subjects. Let no man live who is wiser or better or more famous, or even handsomer than the mass. Cut them all down to a level. All slaves, all ciphers, all nobodies, all equals. And it makes so much sense too. The more I was thinking about this, it was so profound about how equality, think of the buzzwords like equality, love is love. If you want to think of all the degenerate movements, like all the LGBT movements and gay movements and, all this stuff is just like, we're just as good as you. We're the same as you. Everyone's equal. Everyone's the same. If you think of the stuff I've really been interested in physically in my free time, the conspiracy stuff of like Tartaria, and just that basic question of like, why has architecture and art decreased so much? Like, look at the artists of like the 15th century. Like, look at Renaissance painters and compare them to the quote greatest artists of our day today, and just truly compare their skill level. It's almost like artistry has been taken down a notch, right? All these beautiful cathedrals and glorious buildings, architectural feats that happened in the past, and now we just build boxes. We just build gray 90-degree corner boxes, nothingness, because everything has to be equal. No one can be better. Our building can't be better You know, there's nothing, they can't inspire someone to be greater. You can't aspire to achieve greatness anymore. You just need things that are equal, things that are the same, things that are universal. And yeah, and I think that's just the inevitable result of democracy, as C.S. Lewis rightly points out. When men start believing that they are all equal, there starts to be no sense of true achievement. There's no greatness. There's no people that are like great, you know. And then look at society and see how we like to cut down great men. We like to destroy great men with rumors and, you know, controversies and people's opinions, and like no one can be great. You can't have a great man anymore. That person has to be cut down in one way or another. Cut them all down to the same level. All slaves, all ciphers, all nobodies, all equals. And yeah, it's just so profound, man. C.S. Lewis is so great. What's that? What is that? The feeling I mean, of course, is that which prompts a man to say, I am as good as you. Because people truly know that's not the case. Induce him to enthrone at the center of his life a good, solid, resounding lie, that I am as good as you. I mean that he does not believe it himself. No man who says I am as good as you believes it. He would not say it if he did. The claim to equality outside the strictly political field is made only by those who feel themselves in some way inferior. It expresses precisely the itching, smarting, writhing awareness of an inferiority which the patient refuses to accept and therefore resents. Yeah, I can't recommend this enough. The whole Proposes a Toast, Screwtape Proposes a Toast is amazing. Screwtape Letters itself is amazing. Read it and understand the blueprint of evil from a truly profound author who gets it, you know. If there's someone who just truly gets it, it's C.S. Lewis, man.